It was his first New Zealand appearance in about a year and a half. Seemed a lot longer. Mark Purdon said he was only 85% ready. Seemed about right, and he'd know. By the time Auckland Reactor had returned to his stall at the Ashburton trials, it was like he'd never been away.
Sort of came into today with my fingers crossed, but after today I feel a lot more confident with him.
There were more than your average number of fans poking their nose in to see what the one-time wonder horse of New Zealand harness racing was up to since his disastrous tour of North America that had ended in a tailed-off, exhausted last at a second-tier track.
Yeah, it's hard to make judgments when they are that far away, and the biggest concern I said to Jeremy Young, who travelled with him, would be the heat. And Kelvin Harrison said the same thing. He just couldn't handle the heat.
Critics claimed it wasn't just the heat that he couldn't handle. Vets thought it was a breathing problem, so they cut his throat open.
Well, I'm pretty comfortable with that not being an issue anymore. Never given us any concerns since the operation, so no, we just carry on, and it's not something we're religiously looking at.
You could sense the feeling of hope when the others moved aside and the Big Mac stepped onto familiar Ashburton grit, where he'd wooed thousands of fans with his speed and style in 2009. And as his workout began, a sense of calm set in, even though he was at the tail of the field.
Well, I knew being fresh, I knew he's likely to want to step out and run about 2:55, and I didn't want that, so I knew if he was in behind he'd be controllable.
It was nothing any of the top 5 or 10 free-for-all pacers in New Zealand would have done, but Mark Purdon seems confident in his charge again.
Yeah, they can all get beat under different circumstances, and he's a great horse. He can overcome most difficulties anyway.
Another trial, then a mile back here is the plan now for Auckland Reactor, and those results will tell if it's truly the return of deserved showers and photo shoots.